I'm Malachi Lee.
I'm Danny Lee.
Together,
we are
the Luvlees.
The Luvlees, yeah.
And we kicking it with Rob.
Yes, Rob.
Kicking it.
We in there.
With Rob.
With the Robster.
Come on.
Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob. Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob.
Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Rob. We back. Y'all know me, Rob. We got Sean Eve Marie in the building. And today, we got a power couple. I'm going to call them a power couple because that's what, you know what I'm saying, that's what they are to me, you know what I'm saying. We got Malachi and Danny Lee, the Luvlees. I know y'all seen them on Instagram. They got a viral clip on Instagram when my man's stomach was a little messed up.
Oh, he was rushing home to get some.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen that.
Speed.
I seen that.
How y'all doing, man?
He had his keys in the hand.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I seen that.
Pretty
That was
sure.
real life.
Life, too. That was,
Yeah, that was real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I done had plenty of them
It
days.
looked like it.
I was actually very mad she was recording.
was.
That day. I'm
It was so
this
funny.
ain't
Like,
what
this is real serious
is
right
real.
now. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
But it turned out.
Yeah.
It turned out for good.
It worked.
As long as you made it home.
Yeah,
All right,
man,
well, yeah.
barely,
it
but
turned
you
out.
got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we doing
It's
good.
like you be preparing for it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we doing good, though. We feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
We in the place to be. So thanks for having us.
Nah, man, I appreciate
Yeah,
y'all
thank
coming.
I didn't want to just speak for you.
I mean, I'm good. I'm doing
We
good.
good.
Yeah, we good.
Navigating this whole new,
Marriage thing.
yeah, 5 months in. So
Bet. Malachi and Danny are comedians, actors, singers. I ain't know that.
I know, right?
Hey, I do it too. I do
Really?
it too.
We
Yeah,
need to
just,
do a
just a little
duet
bit.
together.
I'm trying to tell you.
Shoo-wop.
Activists. We talk about it though. We gonna talk about
She's an
everything.
author, too.
Oh, and the author. I thought I
Danny
didn't say
is an
that. I
author,
didn't say that.
yeah.
I know. I missed it. I'm sorry.
It
I
was
thought I
coming.
said
It
it.
was coming.
Yeah, it was
She
coming.
got your back, though.
Yeah, I was gonna get it. But y'all both was raised Detroit. I'm
Yep.
assuming.
Yeah, born and raised. I grew up on the west side, Fingerland Evergreen, all my life. You know what I'm saying? So went to Charles Drake for elementary. You feel me?
So, yes, Brightmore area, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know what's up. You know what's
Yeah,
up.
okay.
On the we was on the cusp of Brightmore and Rosedale. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Had to
from
choose
that
a
way.
side.
Yeah. My our block was good, but you go.
But he want to claim Brightmore. You know when a kid want to be ghetto, they come from the good side and they
Yeah.
want to be ghetto.
Exactly.
So you that kid, ain't you?
Yeah. I'm really
I
from
got one.
Rosedale. Brightsboro,
Rosedale.
Rosedale. Yeah.
Right. You from the same area?
I'm from the west side. I was from Plymouth and like in between Plymouth and Chicago, off of
Okay.
Schaefer. I went to McKenzie
Me
High
too.
School.
I went to McKenzie too. 96.
Okay.
96, yeah.
We should almost met each other. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Mm.
We should have almost met each other.
you graduated before me, but
So look, this question I got. How did you guys meet? Did comedy play a role in y'all meeting?
Yeah, so comedy played a major role in us getting married.
yeah.
But acting is what played a role in us meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So we met in 2018 initially. I attend Great Faith Ministries on the west side of Detroit. I've been there all my life. And so Joe Smith, he's a musician and also he was a playwright at the time, and now he's a film director. But he was doing a play at our church. And usually we do a church play where church members can be involved. This time he was doing it different.
Mm-hmm.
He said we're gonna have I'm gonna produce this play, and everybody got an audition. And so I was the only actor from the church that got involved. So she was the production manager, production assistant over the play.
Mm-hmm.
So we met. It wasn't nothing. It was like, hey, nice to meet you. She was professional.
We had a deep conversation, but that was it. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
like,
it was nothing to it. Just like, okay, this short lady's getting everybody together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got in people's butts. I really did.
That was her
So
job.
How tall are you?
4'7".
Okay.
Yeah, she's standing up right now. No,
I am. I am.
Yeah, so that was 2018, and then Mike Larry was the lead role of that play. And he said, hey, because I had started doing comedy like a couple years before that play happened, but I stopped. I bombed a couple times and I stopped. And so he's like, man, whenever you want to get back, I'll help you. You know, and not knowing the weight that carried, that Mike Larry was willing to help. I still kind of scared. So some years go by, he started doing classes. He did like first class, second class. And then one time he called me He was like, "Hey, I'm doing another class. Jump in." And I felt it. Everything lined up. I just got myself back in order to get back into comedy. Like I got my nerves back together. So I got my mindset ready for that. So when he called, I'm like, oh, it's time for show. So when I joined the class, she was on the Zoom call because this was like, fresh off the pandemic, 2021. And then I see her.
Yeah.
But it was still like, familiar face. I remember
Right.
you.
So you joined the class too?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't even know I could be a comedian. Like, cause I know Mike Larry since a long time. Like, we was in a thing together. It was like a funny comedy sketch show. It's called Booyah. So you like play different comedians. So I knew I could be a comedic actor because I'm silly doing that, but I didn't know I could actually just get on. So I was around him when he first started, and I would be looking like, dang, they good. Him, Josh Adams, and who else? Him, Josh Adams, and somebody else.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel. So I was looking at him like, dang, they good. I wish I could do that, but I never did it. And then later on, he did the class, and I was like, dang, I would like to learn about comedy. I wasn't even thinking I would like to go and be a comedian. And so I just took the class to learn because I'm always trying to learn something new. I just like learning stuff.
So did you guys do skits in a class together? Is that how you guys became a collab, or how did that come about?
No, so when he produced the class, we did ran through the course, and then we had a graduation in November of that year, 2021. And so the graduation was at the Prosper Center in Detroit. So after that, we was performing every week up there. He was showing us how to host. Everybody would cycle through. Everybody get a chance to host. We was learning how to produce shows and learn how to run a show. So for a year, we did that, just being friends. And then also through the Metro Detroit scene, we hitting open mics. Everybody in the group chat, we gonna hit here tonight. We gonna hit there tonight.
We get like 3 to 4, 5, 6 open mics a week.
Yeah,
like, just always at an open mic.
Always, because this was our first year, so everybody was excited. Giving each other feedback. So we all became like a fam. Under Mike Larry. So also while doing the Thursday class, and so we just was friends. We ain't thinking nothing of it.
Nothing
and
at all.
People kept mentioning y'all, what's up with y'all? What's up with you and Danny? What's up with you and Mal? And we like, that's literally my friend. Like, y'all tripping, So my homie Smada, he ended up he got into the class. After a year of us being friends and performing, he was like, man, what's up with y'all? Like, Danny like you. And I'm like, man, she don't like me. She respect me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like.
That's that ego.
Right. He was like, nah, she respect me. She like you. And I'm like, man, well, I don't got nothing for Danny. I knew Danny's a little older than me, so I knew where she was in her life. I wasn't there.
He was on book.
I was. I was.
Yeah, and I'm not on that.
So
Yeah.
so let me ask you this real quick. So pretty much y'all both liked each other, but didn't say it. Y'all just kept on saying we just friends.
Here's the thing. I didn't know I liked him. Because Smada said, Malachi likes you. He really likes you. So it was like he was talking to him and me. And I was like, no, that's just my friend. But if he like me, don't tell him that I know because I just want to be friends. I don't want to mess that up. And then that's when Smada, he was like, we was working out. And Smada was like, yeah, I told Malachi that you like him. I was like, huh? I didn't say that.
Oh,
he was like,
you under the bus.
yeah. He was like, well, you do. You may not have said it, but you do. Because when he do his jokes, you be laughing extra hard.
Right.
And it'd be funny, but it don't be that funny.
Damn.
So let me ask you this question. Who is the funniest between?
He is, and it's okay.
You say it's okay.
I plead the fifth.
He been doing it longer than me too, but he is definitely the funniest.
So when did you know that you had the knack?
For comedy, I guess when we was at the Prosper Center and I made people laugh, I was like, oh, okay, people are actually laughing. And now it's like it's totally different from the Prosper Center to now, because it's just totally different. Like I know I can make people laugh for real, and people was laughing maybe out of pity. I don't know, but it was
I believe I saw you perform at the Prosper Center.
Okay.
One day I came up there. I've been up there a couple times.
You sure did.
Yeah,
You
I came up there.
Probably did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's what I first Smooth.
I forgot you was
Yeah,
up
Smooth, Nico. I saw them when they graduated. I came to the graduation class.
there.
Yeah. So I believe I did see you. Yeah.
Yeah, she was at graduation too. Yeah, so go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so after that, so I didn't know I liked her either. But after the year, like the attraction did grow, and it's like, okay, she is cool. And then so after Smarter said what he said, we like really kind of we became more friends at that point. That was the end of 2021. We officially started dating like November of 2021, and then we got together. we went on a date at the movies, and I was like, oh, this is it.
It
I had
was
so
a
much
lot of
fun.
Yeah.
And
So that was your first date.
yeah, it was our
Yeah.
first date. Like we had
We said
went-
it was a friendship thing, but it was
Yeah.
a date.
because it wasn't a date, but it was. Like I knew I wanted to hang out with her. We
He
said
paid
it.
for it. It was a date.
We said it ahead of time. Yeah, we said it ahead of time. But it's like I was still just friends. But I knew I liked hanging with her. I knew I liked talking with her. And I had to realize she was what I prayed for in a wife. And so I had to let the streets go, retire
You
my
got a
jersey.
praying man, so you.
Yeah.
Oh, and that helps a lot because when you going through stuff, you need somebody to be able to pray for you. Especially even if you're a prayer warrior, you need somebody else to pick you up too. Because honestly, before I met him, I wasn't really down like that. I would always bring other people up. And after we got together, stuff started happening. I lost my best friend, which is my brother Curtis. And he stepped in. He did stuff like he was praying for my Curtis at the hospital. He was praying for his healing. He was praying afterwards. He was praying at the funeral. He prayed now. He makes me get out the bed sometimes. I deal with bouts of depression or whatever. And that just makes a difference. Like, to be with somebody that actually got your back and that will pray you out of it.
Right. So I heard you say earlier when me and you were having a sidebar conversation about you have a book. The name of the book.
Love hates me.
Because I just found out about this book, girl. So you were saying that the reason why you wrote the book, or some of the book is real life and some is fiction, and it was dealing with some of the trauma you went through.
Yeah, it's the main purpose was to honor my sister Ivy. I have a sister named Ivy. She was 4, I was 6, and she lost her life by my mom's
Sorry to hear
boyfriend.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
and it was
sorry to
just
hear
to
that.
like make people know that there is child abuse, there is trauma, put a light on it. There are women who will protect their men over their children. Kids don't have a voice. And a lot of times people don't protect these kids. And so that book sheds light on that as well. And then how to just grow through that. Like, even though you went through something so traumatic, which I did, it did not keep me there. Like, I did the work. I go to therapy. I journal. I pray. I meditate.
It
I go to
helps,
church.
especially therapy. Do you say you go to therapy?
Every other
That
week.
helps so good. I'm telling you, I'm in therapy too, child.
Girl,
So
yes.
good job. I
Good
commend you
job
for
to
that.
you too. Yeah.
So, and it's just, I commend you on that because a lot of people don't think that they need therapy.
Right.
And actually, therapy really helps because you don't like opening up to other people around you because you think they're going to judge you. But if you have somebody that you can talk to organically and just let it out, because if you tell my business, I can sue you. But
Exactly.
on another note,
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
true.
so I get you on that.
I appreciate you for that.
Y'all make sure y'all go check out this book. We're gonna put up where to get this from on the YouTube links and in our handles on here. I just had a question, real quick. I was wondering, how do y'all balance y'all professional life as comedians, right, with your personal life as a married couple? How do y'all balance that?
Good question.
That's a real good question. So a lot of it does blend because we both are comics. And so it's interesting because usually either one person is the artist and the other person is a corporate professional or something like that. But so it's like a lot of it does blend, but we are still learning how to balance more. I would say it's a process. We're learning how to do that because we could be grinding so much and we got shows here and there, open mics here and there, and neglecting the actual just date night, And it's like, as a regular couple going out to a comedy club will be a date. For us, it's not. It's work. You know what I'm saying? So although we in the atmosphere and the vibe, it's work for us. We got to be on guard, got to be on point. And so finding those times that we're not entertaining, we're still finding that. And on me as a man too, leading us in that dating life. And we just was talking earlier and doing scheduling and saying, okay, we got to start a weekly date night. Like we got to start these things so we can have that balance.
It's healthy for the relationship.
It is.
That's something that I was speaking to a friend about the other day about, do you date, date night with your wife, to break up the,
monotony.
Yeah, it's needed because, because his schedule's getting really busy. He's gonna be in some sketch plays. He's in a play where they go out of town. He's doing a lot, and so sometimes, because we're not always doing stuff together, so it's like if he's super busy or if I'm super busy, it's like, okay, I miss you. What's going on? So we have to figure out that
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're learning it.
We're learning,
You're
but
asking how we're learning. We're balancing it. We're
yeah,
learning
we're
how to
learning
balance.
right now. But we have been lately, even though I don't know if this is healthy, but at nighttime we've been watching
Yeah.
we've been
got
watching
shows.
Hoarders.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's our time to connect. So it's
Yeah.
like even once we get down here, we know we gonna go to the crib.
Watch
and
Hoarders
watch
on Everybody
Hoarders.
Hates Chris.
Yeah, like
Oh,
It's
that's,
been our
wow.
thing
I love
lately.
Everybody Hates Chris.
oh man, it's my favorite show.
We're at
Chris
the
is
end
so
of the
funny,
season.
too.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like, and we watched the whole thing again. We probably gonna start it over and watch it from
Yeah.
I
season
do that
one
a lot
again.
with a lot of shows.
Yeah. So it's like, so finding those, we love shows, we love movies, you know, laying up and watching those. That's what brings us balance. So even if we don't really have time to date, actually go on a date, but still spending that intentional time to laugh and connect on something. And we be roasting the people like, man, you see what she said? Then we'll pause and be like, now what you think about this part? 'Cause
Right.
They fooling, ain't they? Like, what you
Right.
think is gonna happen next? So that's been our little thing lately. So I look forward to those times. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, see, I've been married 4 years.
okay.
313 also. I told y'all that.
yeah, you did
I was
tell
born
us
on
that.
313. I mean,
That's
born.
fire.
I was married, got married on 313. That is a reborn, ain't it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's
yeah.
a good point,
Yeah.
bro. Reborn.
Yeah. Reborn for real.
Because now you're not just yourself.
Yeah.
It's both.
You're with someone else now, and you all are one.
Yeah.
It's a collective.
It's a collective.
You
And
have
so
to reprogram yourself.
you do. You
to-
do.
Yeah, that's what me and my wife actually trying to do, because we both work at the car wash, right?
Okay.
But our schedules are so.
You
I
call
work-
it the car wash.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I work in the daytime, and then when I come home, she work at night. So Monday through Friday, it's like, mwah,
Right.
see you later. I'm
Yeah.
home with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So when the weekend come, I'm either doing this or something, or be tired. So we after the show today, I gotta go spend some time with my wife, because that kind of like caused a little
Some friction.
friction.
Yeah. Oh, it
You know?
will,
I
man.
told
Yeah.
you got to do the date night thing.
Oh yeah,
It's a
we,
date
we-
night,
yeah,
and you know the pressure sounds like a lot like date night, but it's just about the time spent and being intentional. It don't got to be a lot of money. Sometimes you will have to go out, but sometimes it's just, hey, I got some snacks and we're gonna
Yeah.
watch these movies, or
Right.
we're gonna go for a walk. We're
play
gonna go
some
to the
spades
park.
or something. You know,
It's,
all
play-
that stuff.
it's the little stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It can be
it's-
something simple as, because I saw something where they said it takes 6 seconds, like if just a 6-second kiss
Yeah.
to connect, or just looking at each other in the eyes for 10 seconds or something,
Yeah.
so you can keep that connection.
I saw that too. They said when after 6 seconds, there's a certain chemical released in the brain that creates a certain.
So I gotta
Safe.
hold my lips on her face for 6 seconds,
6
and then bye.
Or just
Yes.
hold
And we
hug
gonna
Or just
her.
a hug.
Yeah,
A
hug her
hug.
for 6
You ain't do
seconds.
that. You gonna do some shit like
Like
this.
I
and
tell my man in a minute, I need a hug.
Yeah.
And I just squeeze me, hold
Yeah.
me.
And they say the 20-second hug releases the same chemical.
Serotonin.
Serotonin, and it gives you the sense of safety, and it was a sense of something else. So the 20 seconds. So I even ever since I've watched that video, I've been intentional with her, and so it's not every time we kiss, but for the most part, if I know I'm about to go out, we about to leave for the day, boom, you're gonna get that 6, so you can feel that. You know what I'm saying? And same with the hug, like you're gonna get this 20 hug, even if. She might be mad at me or whatever the case is, or she in a rush. Like, nah, you still gonna get this 20 seconds.
Okay, that's what I was looking at on your skits.
Yeah.
And I just showed my dude, I was like, this your ass. When I'm about to walk out the door,
yeah.
I'm dressed,
Yeah.
everything.
Where you about to
And he
do?
over here doing something real ignorant or, real like mannish. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
But I had to show him, I was like, this you. He was like, see? He on the same page. All
he
men
know.
like that. Y'all
He
need to
know.
stop.
Yeah. It's
But let
real,
me
though.
ask you
Yeah.
this. So I know y'all, because I do it at home, and I'm not a comedian, but I know y'all be capping on each other. How them
Oh,
jokes
yeah.
go at home?
Oh, my
yes,
gosh.
man.
It'd
It's
be
fun.
funny because I'm not a capper.
Yeah.
So whenever I cap on him, it's like, oh, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah,
'cause-
she's getting better. Like,
yeah, 'cause
Okay,
I
so
roasted
it
him
helps
the other day.
in
and
the
he was
does.
work.
like,
Okay.
Oh, it does. It
Okay.
does. And
helps.
two, even when we got together, I knew I'm like, she'll be able to benefit from this because I'm not gonna let up. Like, and that's the thing I love. We're genuine friends, And
Right.
so we can take that relationship hat off and really, man, if you don't get your old, and we really
Right.
going in. It was one time she tightened me up real good. I was like, oh, that's how you feel. I didn't even have a
You
comeback.
didn't even know if it was a joke or not.
Wait a
Like, say
minute.
what you mean.
Right.
Get it off your chest.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
know,
is that
right.
what you mean? For
That's how you
real?
really feel.
Yeah.
Say
No,
what
it's
you mean.
fun.
And then we be
Okay.
having inside jokes like when we went to the open mic one time. What happened? Oh, he went to the the pinball machine or something. I was like, you ain't got no money. Stop acting like you got some money.
Yeah, I started laughing at something, so I walked around the room and I walked up to the pinball machine. I started digging in my pocket for a quarter. She was like, you know you ain't got no money. I was like, oh, you went there? Okay.
So y'all do
You're right.
collaborations on stage though too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually do comedy together now as well. We've been doing that for probably like 9 months now.
Yeah, about 9 months.
Yeah, coming up on a year. So that got birthed through this guy named Michael McClendon. We were last year Father's Day. We were just together, and he reached out to her about doing interviews at his show that he was producing at the music hall.
It had Foolish. It had
Shiny D.
Shiny D,
Was it
Simply
Shiny D?
Chanel.
No, Simply Chanel.
It
not
was Shiny D. It was Simply Chanel.
Mike Chase.
And
Forrest B. Sanders
Forrest
hosted.
B. Sanders,
Jay
yeah.
Will was on the show too. Crazy lineup.
Yeah.
So we were doing interviews for a lot of the people outside and also the comics. So she mentioned my boyfriend does comedy too. He was like, oh, that'd be perfect. I want both of y'all to do it. And so that was like our first gig together, and then after that, Mike Chase started his, he had a monthly show at the Aretha Franklin at that time last year. And so he called her and said, hey, I want y'all to do the show. So she thinking we both get 5 minutes.
Right.
He's like, no, I want y'all to both do the 5 minutes together.
it was a competition too, because when he told us it's a comedy competition, y'all get 5 minutes. I was like excited, like I'm about to kill this 5 minutes, yeah, because that's what I'm used
That
to.
was the 5 long
and he was-
minutes of your life.
He was like together. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
we had to try to create a set
we did.
together. That was so hard.
We went in the lab, cooked something up, and took it to an open mic. That's how you do it. You make something up, go to the open mic. And that first time,
Oh
was
yeah,
rough.
we was at New Way.
Yeah, it was.
We both walked off the stage, and I was about to say forget all of the comedy.
Yeah.
And it was some comedians in there. Toy was encouraging us, and
Steve.
Josiah.
Yep.
They was like, keep going, y'all got something.
We like, we
we
do.
both look like we was about to cry.
Yeah, I was about to call Mike. Like, yeah, bro, it ain't gonna happen.
So y'all
felt
gonna
like we
take the
started-
show on the road?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that would be great.
Definitely. That's the
Yeah.
plan for sure. Even because we just did a show about a month ago. I had headline, she hosted.
Hosted and featured.
Hosted and featured. So she did 20 minutes to open, and I did about 40. And so I had always had a vision of that as well. And she even said it. And she told me that. It was one day she told me, she's like, you got to know you're on that headlining status. And I was like, seriously? And then boom, I get it. Or somebody reached out about it. And so definitely taking it to the road for sure. We want to start expanding, because you can't wait for them to find you. You got to go to the stages. You got to travel.
Yeah.
You got to hit the road.
You gotta
Get these
invest
open
in
mics.
yourself.
Invest in yourself. So we got some things to settle out in the next couple months, but definitely starting to hit the road. Make travel plans to go to different places. LA. I've been to LA a few times myself, so I know some connects and some things that we can both get into.
Have you ever done any of those comedy clubs there in LA? Because I know they have a lot in LA.
Yeah, they do have a lot. It's a huge circuit in LA. Comedy Chateau, they do a New Faces show out there. Last time I did it 3 times now. They have an open audition. You go to an open audition, and if they like you, they'll give you a slot. And so the whole thing is they want you to get people to come out. You know, so I did the New Faces show a couple times. Last time I did it, they said we're gonna bring you up on the other show, not the New Faces show, on the new one. But I haven't been back since. You know, due to scheduling, we got married and stuff. So next time I come back, they know my face, they know what I'm about. So I'm gonna be eager to, and then bring her in too. So we definitely.
Now being married, I don't think y'all answered this when y'all was talking. Did it change y'all comedic style or your humor because y'all married? Or y'all just, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. A little bit for me.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know about style.
Just what I talk about, maybe.
Yeah, content. I mean, it's more to
Or
talk
the humor
about.
use, the type of humor
Yeah.
that you use, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely new jokes. You know, because where I'm at in my life as being a husband, and you know, we want to have children in the future. So it's like I have new jokes about that. You know. And it may be style as well, because as a husband, I'm taking life more serious. You know, I don't have time to play. Like I'm taking my life serious, so I'm taking comedy more serious. So I'm taking each stage I do more serious. So each opportunity is more serious. Like I'm
Becoming your career.
Yeah, it's a career now, which it always was, but now it's like, okay, now we really have to eat from this. Like I got to feed my family from this, and I got to find ways that she can eat as the leader.
Right.
So what opportunities can I lead us both into? You know, and same for our acting as well. Like I got her into the agency I was in, and we've been auditioning a lot. And so it's like, okay, here's the things you need to do. Let's tighten these things up so we can really eat. You know, because now it's like it was all fun and games. It's not fun and games anymore. It still is fun and games, but now it's a business.
Not fun, right? It's
like
serious.
you said, it's my career. You know, it's such a fun thing, and I love it. But it is a career.
Y'all ever had a comedic disagreement that led to a real argument?
Didn't we one time at one of our open mics? It wasn't comedic.
I don't know because we don't argue that much though. Like
it
we
was
will
something
disagree.
that happened.
A conversation will lead to a disagreement, but it rarely leads to an argument for us because we can agree to disagree and just have a conversation about it.
Right.
We can count on our hands how many times we actually argue and things
like
got
had
heated.
a heated argument. Oh yeah.
Probably like 2 times if that.
Yeah.
You know,
that's because that's my homie.
Right. You know, so it's like we like okay, I see what you're saying. But other than that, but there has been some times on stage where either she'll say something that was kind of like intimate or something that I'm like,
I would say something that's out
really
off the
there?
chain.
Yeah,
And you be looking like
like you really gonna go there? And it's like, and I couldn't even go with it because I'm like, I'm
I can't
shocked.
believe you
like,
telling this, right?
And so I gotta go with it, but I'm like, dang, you went there.
Sometimes.
And so now then we joke about the fact that like, dang,
I did too much.
Yeah.
Like we have a joke about me being an oversharer like white people.
Yeah. And so that's when I go into that. Like, hey y'all, my wife is an oversharer. It's like the PSA moment. Like, you know, to reel us both back in. So I would say those times, and this because even us doing comedy together, it's a whole different dynamic. You know,
yeah, it's harder to do it together than it is to do by yourself.
Much harder.
But then sometimes the more we do it, like sometimes when we do it together a lot, when I do it by myself, I'm like, oh dang, I gotta get used to doing it by myself again. You know, so like we did a show, the private show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were booked for a family reunion. We did.
Yeah, and, it was an experience.
It was. We did like the first 5 minutes together, and then she came out. Did about 15, 20, and then I came out and finished. We had a rough time, period.
It was rough. And he looked back at me thinking the time was done. He had 7 more minutes. I was like, you want me to come back out there with you? He's like, if you want to.
Please.
Yeah. So look, here on Kicking It with Rob, we on interview, then we gonna get on my bullshit that I be on. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got a little topic. But I want to ask y'all this too. I want y'all to tell the people, if you can, what advice would you give to couples who work together?
First, find that balance. Find that time where y'all take those hats off and just be yourselves regularly, once a week, you know, and even times throughout those days. Find that time to take that hat off. Find that time to not be the comic or the business owner or whatever it is. Find the time to be yourself. Go for those regular walks. Keep your phone away at times.
That's good.
Yeah, like even when we go for walks, I try to keep my phone away. Like she'll bring it and we'll may go live or something, but I'm trying to disattach. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be my first thing is find your balance. Second thing I would say is, which you should anyway as a partnership, but allow your partner to help grow you and hold you accountable in your art. Because they're the person that's the closest to you that's gonna see, hey, you can turn up on this side, or you can pull back on this side, or you could this where you got to go, and accountability can hurt if you're not ready to grow. So always be ready to grow because your partner is gonna give you that accountability to say where you need to really go. You know,
I would say like even like you said, all relationships, but if you're around a person a lot, sometimes take time to de-escalate. And also communicate with this person, like honestly, respectfully, because sometimes we get into arguments because we don't, not us, but people get into arguments because they don't respect each other. So make sure you remember that this person is your partner. This person is not the enemy. The enemy is the enemy, and this is your partner. So it's important to have that open communication. Like, don't be afraid to talk to your partner and be like, hey, this bothers me, and don't be closed off to it because they may tell you something that you don't want to hear. Like, you know, but be open to hearing that, and also get a punching bag.
Right.
Sometimes they will piss you off.
Yeah, do a pillow fight or some shit.
But you with them forever and you love them, you know. So punching bag. Yeah.
No, that's crazy because I just told you, me and my wife, we kind of was disconnected because of our work schedule and stuff. And I talked to a guy named Anthony Yanis. Shout out to Anthony Yanis. He's an author. He be on TikTok. I interviewed him one time.
Okay.
But I called him because I was kind of like didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, go home and talk to her. He said our communication is lacking for one. And he said, go home and talk to her with logic and not emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it, and it looked like, you know what I'm saying, we finna keep it. Hey, it get hard.
Like it worked.
It get hard. It get hard, this marriage thing.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it do get hard.
Because it's two different people.
Yeah.
You two different people, and
Yeah.
you gotta understand that it's annoying. Like we had a disagreement yesterday, and I was telling her, like, you gotta understand, I've never been married before. I'm learning how to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? And so through the mistakes, it's not even a mistake. It's what you needed to know how to do. So it's like things will be dropped, things will be missed. We're not perfect. We just not.
Yeah.
And so the marriage is the marriage solidifies you that no matter what, we gonna win. No matter what, we're going to get through this. And that's why I am a big proponent on people getting married. It's not that just going to change. It's not going to say you perfect, but it's going to say that no matter what you can do it.
Yeah.
I got somebody in my corner.
And you cannot treat like your partners in the past the same as your present.
Absolutely.
Because everyone is different. That's why some women are so eager to see, well, he didn't treat me like that because you're not me.
Right.
And you can never be me. We're two different people.
100%.
And
That's
I may have treated him differently than you treated him. So hey, I'm winning. And don't be mad.
Absolutely.
He was prophesying.
And don't be mad.
That's real. That's
He's like,
real.
why you pick her little short self?
Yeah, and you
Just
got
love me.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly. Real talk. Real talk. You know, and you have to understand that everybody's different, and the way that you want to be loved may not be the way that she needs to be received love. You know, and the love, like knowing your love language is a huge thing. You know, and we learning that too, because I may be good on the quality time tip. I may not need to spend quality time for her to know that she loved me, but she needs that. So if I'm hustling 6-7 days in a row, she not getting that time. She don't feel loved. And I'm like, I'm hustling. What you mean? I was able to do this week. I was able to do that this week.
Right.
So you
have
just
to
ain't
have
got no
that kind
time
of
for me, huh?
communication. You have to understand your mate. You got to understand where they're trying to go and what they're trying to do. So you can't be mad when he's taking those steps to make those moves, or when you taking those steps. Sometimes it's gonna be time that you don't spend with that person, and you have to understand, hey, I'm doing this for the both of us, you know? So I get what you're saying.
100%, yeah. And even in that, like even myself, because I would take that like she got to know, but at the same time, there's stuff that I still could balance out. Like maybe it's getting up earlier and we going for a walk at 6:30, 7 in the morning before I got to go out. You know, we connecting for 30 minutes, or we going to have bread. I'm going to make a sandwich. We're going to talk for 10 minutes while we eat before I got to leave. It's just a small thing,
Right.
you know, versus just leaving right out, coming back, taking a shower, eating, and going right to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice. You got to pour yourself out. You have to be selfless in a marriage. Like,
It really is.
that's really what it is. If you're not ready to sacrifice, don't do it.
Right.
Just don't do it. If you,
I'm gonna try that. And to my wife, goddamn it, next time we kiss, 6 seconds, 20-second hug, I'm gonna count down. We gonna be like,
Don't
blue,
tell her. Just
one.
go in there and just
Oh, I
grab
gotta
her.
do it in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell
I
her.
thought you were
Then she'll be like,
She
hey,
don't think
you
something wrong with your ass.
yeah.
1, 2. She was like, what the fuck you about to do to me?
Why are you counting?
Yeah, and don't just be like
Yeah,
this. You
no,
gotta
right.
hold
You
at the
gotta
same
get
time.
some
You gotta-
passion in
yeah,
there.
put some passion. When
No,
she,
I know. I was
yeah,
bullshitting.
but
gotta be
that's
like, Arriba la.
right. Then she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I feel better. I feel,
Right.
oh, you love me." Like it's because it's the
Yeah,
body
see
is
there.
what the body is.
Yeah.
And we machines. It's like we got a manual. You do you press X, Y, and Z. You gonna get what you need. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, look, man, we got 20 minutes, but I do want to know what y'all feel about what I'm about to say. It's all off whatever we were just fucking talking about. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's just that I see stuff when I be outside, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that most, it's not all, women care more, I'm trying to word this right, care more about their costume. They work on their costume more than they work on the person under it. You know what I'm saying?
Just elaborate on
yeah,
costumes.
because
Right.
she got quiet.
Right.
No, I know what he means,
Yeah.
but I want him to elaborate to the people,
Right.
what he means
Yeah,
by costume.
I was gonna do it.
Because I agree with him a little bit.
Yeah, so the costumes are, I think women care about how they look. like they. I mean, and when I say, ain't nothing wrong with being nice looking to make sure you come outside look presentable, but some women, that's all they focus on.
Spend hours on it.
Yeah, they spend hours, and like when they go outside, that's what gives them their confidence. That's what I'm trying to say. Then somebody can be like, yeah, you cute, but your attitude fucked up. They would never work on that because they so focused on their beauty.
Right.
It's that vainness.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the vainness because I just feel like it's okay to be confident. It's okay to look good when you leave the house. But it's not okay to be a mean girl with a mean spirit because that's what really makes you ugly. So when you have a spirit like that, you look way past them good looks you got, So I get what you're saying because, I encounter it as just being a woman with women being with other women, they leave out the house with attitudes for no reason or just being stank for no reason. And it makes you look real ugly. Like, smile, shit. What's wrong with smiling?
Why would you make your face up and you got a frown on?
Right.
Clown, smile.
That's what I was about to say. Right.
You got on the
Smile,
face.
clown.
What's wrong with you? Talking about clowns.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
because I think that's like this internet.
Yes.
The women, I get so sick and tired. At first, you a guy, you see something, the woman dance, you gonna stop. But then after a while, it's like, man, the whole world doing this shit.
Yeah.
All the women in the world seem, not all, but majority of the women in the world seem like that's all they do to get attention.
Yes.
They go live while they at their parties, and the girls be just sitting on they just be a bench like this in the club. They just all.
You know what I think
that shit
it
crazy
is?
to me.
I just think that some women has forgotten to be a real woman or to be a lady or they was not taught how to be a lady because I go out and I see women do some nasty shit and I'm like who raised you? Just the behaviorisms, just the stank attitudes, like I said before. But even when I go in bathrooms and stuff, I see women leave hair in the sink, the nastiness. I think the women bathrooms are way nastier than the men bathrooms.
Really?
I saw a bathroom today. My friend, she had a women gathering. We were empowering each other and everything. I go to the bathroom and it's blood on the toilet, inside and on the toilet. I'm like, and I said,
I would be too embarrassed to walk out and leave that like that.
Why would you do
somebody
that?
come right in, they know it's you.
I know even when I squat and use the bathroom, I ain't trying to tell
never sit on it.
If I twinkle on the seat, I'm wiping that off because I'm not gonna leave it like that at home.
I don't want nobody else to sit in it by mistake. Because some people do sit on it. I don't see how, but some people
It's
sit
some
on
nasty
it.
women out here to go with these nasty attitudes. Y'all know what? It's the same ones that's looking cute, smelling good and everything.
Costume.
And they looking good. I bet you their house is nasty. Ooh, baby, they probably nasty.
Yeah.
It don't even be hoarders. It's just nasty.
Yeah, just don't clean up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Even with social media, there's a difference between, like you said, being a lady, being a wife. Like you have to be a wife before you're a wife. Like you know what I'm
he
saying?
who finds a wife, you already a wife,
Already
finds a
wife.
good thing.
You carry yourself in a certain way. Do you have the character? Do you have the means? The spirit? You know what I'm saying? It's about your character. It's about your spirit. Those are the things that are most important because that's what's gonna really attract a man. In the long run, but they want the butts, they want the look, they want the
attention,
glamour, the attention.
It's
That's
surfacey.
it.
It's like, what are you feeding yourself? Are you feeding yourself the word? Do you read a book? Like, people don't read nowadays. Even get Audible. If you can't sit down and read a book, get you an Audible. Like, what do you do to make yourself a better person? And it's like people don't look at, because of, like you said, the social media of it all that stuff seems glamorous, but like, what do you really have inside of you? Can you really talk somebody off of ledge? Can you really pray for somebody? Somebody came to you and said, hey, I'm down bad. Can you really help them out? If they say, hey, I got some mental health issues, can you send them in the right direction? Or, can you help people? Or are you just out here for yourself?
That's it. Now watch this though. I posted something that I saw, which I always told my co-host Drew a while back because he's younger. And then Tyrese said it on the Breakfast Club and I reposted it. But I used to argue with him. I believe they took the love out of the music. And that's why this new generation is screwed up to me
Mm-hmm.
because
Wow.
it's no love in the music no more. Just think when we was growing
I
up,
never thought about that.
you had, your moms and them listen to the
Love
Al
and
Greens and
Happiness.
stuff. And even in, our age bracket, we had the Boys to Men and the Brian McKnight.
Yeah.
You don't have none of that shit no more.
LL, he raps. He still singing "I Need Love." You hear these songs nowadays, it's like the beat, da 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 da, I'm sucking.
Yeah.
You
I'd
know,
rather
it's
get
nothing
I'd rather
like
get some hits
yeah.
than nothing
It's
else. Like,
ratchetness.
It's crazy.
It's-
I gave her Molly, she popped in.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm taking advantage of her. If you wrote these lyrics out, I took advantage of her.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
in
proud.
the hurts or whatever it's called in the music, like it creates how you feel in your emotions as well. So ain't no telling where they got
Listen
the
to it
hurts
now.
at or whatever.
Yes.
Like you don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It could be you think it's a nice song when it's not. It got you want to kill somebody. Like you know.
Yeah.
And it's deeper than rap too, because it's not only the artist, but the artists that are talking positivity, talking love, they're not getting the play.
They're not getting to
They're
play.
not
It's
going to
the-
be on the radio.
record
It's the
companies.
record companies,
The record
because
labels.
now, in the 90s, it was started to happen in the 90s, but now, fast forward 20, 30 years later, is even more that you're not going to get signed unless you talk about a certain thing. Record labels have to have a certain clickbait. They need a certain drama and idea to be portrayed in the world, which is killing, which is murder, which is degrading women, sex, money,
Bashing
like,
men.
Algorithm.
it's an algorithm.
Yeah, bashing men, all that. Mary J, Beyonce, I know the Beehive. Hey, she does the shit.
I feel like they trying to program people, and I know
Yeah.
don't let me say
For
nothing
sure.
bad about the Beehive, cause whatever. But I do my research. I feel like she may be on some different stuff, like witchcraft. Cause like when I see her perform, it be like all kind of subliminal stuff going on in the background, and it's not just her. It's a lot of people. Like I went to a
Lot of
concert,
music.
and I was like, "Is that an eye? Is that an upside down
The
cross?
backdrops.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
you be seeing it. But if you're not open or paying attention, you're not gonna see it. You're just gonna be up there surfacey like,
Yeah.
it's
Like
my
you-
song.
But like you say, people don't read. How many books have you read this month?
Exactly.
That should be a good conversation when you ask somebody, how many books you read this
Oh
month?
shit, I'm gonna be like, I ain't read a
Oh, I
motherfucking
read
thing.
like a motherfucker.
I need
I'm
to
a
read more
reader.
myself, but
I'm
I
a
do
reader.
listen to stuff.
I
Like I'll
listen
go
to
on
books.
YouTube and
I used to read them.
yeah, we both need to read more.
Well, I do listen to every. I'm always.
Yeah,
listening to books.
she's a great learner too,
Yeah.
and that's why I love her. One of the
Oh, I
reasons.
love you too.
I'm glad that's why I want y'all on here, cause see that right there.
Yeah,
Nah, but my advice before we get up out of here to the women and the men, but I was talking about the women out here, cause I feel like to me, women are gods. You know what I'm saying? They bring life into the world. Without them, none of us would be here.
come on.
So if you guys are out there for attention, you're getting the wrong attention for one. You know what I'm saying? Then you wonder why, men might slap you on your butt and all that kind of stuff. When you walking by, you feel degraded because you degrade yourself. So I don't know. It's over for that shit. It's time out for the shaking butts and getting all the attention and getting the BBLs and all that, in my opinion. Them are words from Rob, goddamn me. So hey, listen to him, please. We tired of seeing it. Appreciate y'all coming by today, man. You know what I'm saying? But
appreciate you.
handles. Look in the camera, tell people y'all handles, how to reach y'all, your shirt, your next shows. Tell them about the shows you was on the Tubi movie. Tell them everything. Goddamn.
Go ahead, baby.
Well, you can follow me at comedian Danny DANILUV on Instagram and TikTok, and you can inbox me if you're interested in my book. Rob got it on them, and we have a show every Thursday in Livonia at Palmer's Bar and Grill. It's a free show, and it starts at 7:00, 7:30 because we black. So. Oh, and I was just on Hip Prop yesterday. I'm excited about that because I did good. I came in second, and that was my first time. So yeah.
30375 is the address.
Oh yeah.
Plymouth, yeah, in Livonia. Malachi Lee, MALACHILEE _ on Instagram. Malachi Lee on Facebook. Link in my bio has all my films. I'm in an array of films on Tubi. We got our shirts too, Choose Love shirts. You can tap in with us if you want to get those. Upcoming, I got a sketch show in October I'll be posting about soon. We got a 3-weekend run at the Planet Ant Theater with that. Beat the Streets show. We do our public show in December. So yeah, that's what we got going right now. And I got a new film I just signed on for. So more to come. Appreciate y'all.
Danny, I'm sorry because before we go, I need to ask you about the activist side. I didn't ask you about that, and I meant to.
I haven't really stepped into it, but I feel like I need to. But I haven't really stepped
Am I
into
saying it right?
activism.
Like as far as like being like civil rights, you saying almost?
No.
It's political
No, it wasn't political.
activists, like social activists.
Y'all gonna make me see what I'm talking about. I thought I was saying it right. I gotta check it because I know I'm not crazy.
Because is it?
I'm sorry. I did.
You got it wrong.
Advocate.
Oh,
okay.
mental health advocate.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Say,
gonna
yo,
say.
tell me something. I don't know.
Man,
You Shirley Chisholm out here?
I know, right? You ain't
Say
know.
what?
Yeah.
Civil rights.
Hey, I'm over
I
here,
don't know
Harry
what I'm talking
Let my
Tubman.
people go.
We shall rise. I did do a depression mental health awareness workshop, and that was a while ago, but that was good. And then also my book signing. So I want to like do things where I'm fighting depression because I deal with depression myself, and I was out there doing it, and he got healed, lost my brother, my brother transitioned, and then fell off. So now I'm getting back into my life. So when I start something, I'm gonna let you know. But I did have a depression awareness workshop. A lot of people came. They pulled affirmations out of the treasure box. I made a treasure box, and they shared their testimonies, and people were being healed. And yeah, so
Okay. How serious you take this singing stuff?
singing.
Yeah.
I sing at church on the praise team.
Oh, I ain't even finna mess with you then.
But I do take it. I can, if you want
believe
me in
you.
the studio, I got you.
No. I was about to tell you we do something right now, but you ain't
Oh,
about
what you want to do? Come
no,
on,
I'm
let's go.
straight. I'm
We can
scared.
sing
Now, I'm
something.
messing with them
Let's
church
go.
people.
I'm scared.
I don't mess with them
got
choirs.
Don't be scared.
I mean, you can do it, but
We don't
I
have
ain't
to
doing
sing
it
no
now.
choir. I thought you were gonna sing
He
with
pulling
me. What
bluffs
you want
to
to
the
make
Yeah, I
up
done
a song?
messed up.
But yeah.
When you said the church, I'm good. I think
we
gospel
can sing
singers are the
another
best singers in the
song.
world.
You think
I
she
don't
go Kirk
sing like
Franklin
that though. I don't do runs. I just do
Hey.
regular
Come,
songs.
I'm
Yolanda
scared,
Adams.
goddamn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a Yolanda
Yeah, I'm
Adams.
scared. I'm scared. Nah, hey,
Oh my
appreciate y'all, man,
gosh.
coming back.
Appreciate you for having us, man.
Appreciate you, Rob.
All right,
Thank
until
you.
next time, goddammit, peace.
Peace.
Peace out.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed the motherfucking show.
You hear me?
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment, goddammit.
That
Until
part.
next time, peace.
Let me drop my ass.